Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Skyrim mods showcase where I show some of the newest and interesting mods on Nexus. It's been 2 weeks since my last mod showcase video, so we have a lot of catching up to do. Anyways, be sure to watch till the end to support the channel. Let's start things off with Wildlands Renewal Grass and Ground Cover Improvement mod. A complete overhaul of the grasses seen in Skyrim by replacing the old vanilla grass with beautiful realistic grass and ground covers. The mod enhances all regions, and each region will have a nice set of high poly models to provide accurate grass models to look natural. Visiting the tundra plains, you'll see a mix of pinkish and dry grass, while in the Reach region, grass looks more wet. Rift regions on the other hand gets that nice yellowish grass, and the forest regions will have that nice diverse grass. Of course, the grass in other regions will look as stunning as well. One amazing feature that the mod has is that it also adds grass on dirt cliffs, which all other grass mods currently don't do. I personally appreciate this add-on as it makes these dirt cliffs look more natural. Overall, definitely worth trying out. Skyking Alchemy Ingredients replaces Alchemy Ingredients by having new textures and meshes for each of the ingredients you may find while exploring Skyrim. I personally find the new meshes and textures well made, and I especially like the new glow dust VFX. Just like any other mod Skyking has made so far, you'll definitely not be disappointed with this one. A very simple replacer worth checking out. And speaking of ingredients, you'll be disappointed with the ones our sponsor uses. Factor 75. Factor 75 serves only fresh and never frozen meals that are dietitian approved, ready to eat meals in just 2 minutes. Factor gives you the option to choose from a weekly menu of 35 options like Calorie Smart for those who prefer perfectly portioned meals, keto friendly meals, protein plus for meat lovers like me, vegan and veggie meals, and so much more. The choices are plenty and will definitely fit anyone's preferences. Another amazing thing about Factor is that you can also discover more than 60 add-ons every week. This can be a form of breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay healthy and satisfied. I'll be honest with you all, I'm actually lazy when it comes to cooking my own meals, and I see Factor can take the stress out of meal planning and the stress I get when not knowing what to eat next. So if all of these sounds interesting to you, support the channel and get 50% off plus free shipping in your first Factor box using my link down below or scan the QR code. Big thanks to Factor 75 for sponsoring this video. Next, we have Death Consumes All DLC Quest mod Revamped. Originally published in 2020, the mod just got its 2.0 update where the author revamps most of the mod's contents to make it more polished than before. Your task here is to vanquish a deadly plague with a noble companion. With around 6,000 high-quality fully voiced lines, you'll definitely have a blast adventuring with your newly found companions as their personality and beliefs changes throughout the journey.
My name is Livia. I'm an Imperial Prefect. So is Carvius. Thanks for your assistance, stranger. You handled yourself well. To think, these undead would have gone to any village and attacked the innocents. No one deserves such a gruesome fate.
The mod introduces a new plague system where it simulates a real epidemic, meaning NPCs may spread the plague to others, so I highly recommend to start this later on in your playthrough. You'll experience a ton of battles, new enemy types, and a beautiful soundtrack to fit the atmosphere of the quest.
She spent too much magicka in this fight. Now's our chance.
Thras is the ancient homeland of the Slodes. It's now lost to the world, permanently. Decades ago, the Slodes tried to begin a new Thracian plague, starting from Somerset. To think, if the Slodes had succeeded then, we would now be saved the troubles with the Thamor. Oh, we are an ancient organization dedicated to the lost secrets and antiquities of Tamriel. The coins of Thras are our latest focus.
The author has mentioned that this journey can take 30 hours to complete. The mod will feature multiple endings and so much more. So without spoiling much, it's best to just check the mod out. Moving forward, we have a bunch of small mods but I personally think are valuable in enhancing the world of Skyrim. HS Archery Target Remodel. This mod is a new personal favorite of mine, as this mod basically adds 3 new archery models that randomly replaces its vanilla counterpart in-game. These new models are well made. Some of them even shows a nice wear effect, adding a touch that indicates these archery targets are used for practice. I think mods like this, which use base object swapper, makes a big difference when diversifying areas or objects in-game. Next up, we have a mod known as Rustic, Repose, a common bed replacer. As the title suggests, this mod is designed to replace the common beds that are typically found in various places throughout the world of Skyrim with beds that are more unique and beautifully textured. It directly replaces those common beds found in locations such as shacks and farmhouses, enhancing the overall aesthetic and providing a more immersive experience. The author has actually had a similar mod that replaces common beds, but the major complaint by some is that it looked too fancy. However, with this new mod, I personally find it the perfect balance between comfortable and something common folks would use. Some Shrooms High Poly Mushrooms is yet another fantastic replacer mod that introduces brand new high poly mushroom models for several of the mushrooms that we frequently need in Skyrim. Each of the new mushroom models looks absolutely stunning compared to its vanilla counterpart. It's important to take note that since this mod essentially enhances the models to be high poly, depending on your PC specifications, it might have an impact on your game performance. However, the author has thoughtfully included a downsized version which should be more suitable for those with less powerful systems. Next, we have Ivy Gates of Riverwood. This mod essentially brings a more defensive and fortified feel to Riverwood by introducing a robust guard tower, sturdy defensive walls, and various clutters that collectively enhance the unique charms that Riverwood already has to offer. One particularly nice feature that this mod adds is that Riverwood's gates now have an automatic opening and closing mechanism, where they now open at 6 AM and automatically close at 7 PM. Overall, the mod definitely succeeds in making Riverwood feel more fortified while still keeping it beautiful, achieving this without going too overboard or overwhelming the original aesthetic. While we're at it, Ivy Riverwood Timber Rest Player Home is another truly amazing mod that adds a nice cozy player home by the village of Riverwood. This mod is thoughtfully designed as a humble retreat perfect for Bosmer and nature lovers alike, offering a warm and inviting starter home without any loading screens to interrupt your experience. The player home blends seamlessly with the surrounding wilderness, making it a delightful and beautiful addition to the charming village of Riverwood. What's nice about this mod is that it includes a small fully voiced quest that you must complete to gain ownership of the home.
Lights coming from Anissa's cabin down the hill. They flicker and dance like no fire I have ever seen before, even with my little experience of magic. I cannot ignore it any longer. I need to find out what is going on. If I do not return by sunrise, it means something went wrong. Perhaps I was being paranoid. Or maybe the stories about her were not just tales after all.
This feature makes the experience much more immersive compared to simply buying the home or having it for free without any effort. Overall, I definitely recommend you to try this one out. Another mod I want to share is Dynamic Impacts. This mod adds new audio and visual effects whenever you're in combat. During a battle, hitting humanoid enemies will now play dynamic sounds depending on the armor the NPCs are wearing. When attacking someone with light armor or heavy armor, appropriate sounds will play. Another cool thing about the mod is that depending on what weapon you're currently using, there will also be appropriate sounds to match the weapon. Here are a few examples on what you can expect. Moving on, we have Exit Sneak on Sprint. a small quality of life mod that I consider a must-have as it basically auto-leaves sneaking when you press your sprint key. This is the case in most modern games, however in our beloved Skyrim, you were not able to auto-leave sneak when pressing the sprint key. You'll first have to stand back up and only then you'll be able to sprint. It's honestly annoying and having this mod will definitely make the experience a lot more seamless. Thrones Expanded is another mod that adds diversity and uniqueness. This time to the thrones of the Jarls of Skyrim. These new models gives each throne truly fitting for their noble position. The designs are also unique depending on the hold they currently control. So now you'll see each thrones resemble the region with amazing details here and there. Next, we have Lush Dragonsreach pools. This mod is another small mod that adds more plants to the water outside of Dragonsreach. If you're one of those who likes making Whiterun more lush greenery, then this mod will definitely add that nice lush greenery vibe overall. Another new mod that I think pairs well with this is Whiterun tree additions. If you guessed it, the mod basically adds more trees to Whiterun, making Whiterun feel even more lush than before. I know that not everyone likes to see Whiterun with more vegetation. However, for those who do, these mods will definitely make Whiterun more colorful. Now moving on, I stumbled upon this brand new quest mod and I knew I just had to include in this video. Sleepwalking into a Nightmare, new Daedric Prince quest. This quest mod introduces a brand new creepy and mysterious Daedric quest where you track down a missing woman, delving into her nightmare and overcoming her fears. Basically, you'll go into her nightmare and save her there. You'll visit new locations, find new weapons, equipments, and even new spells to play around with. Everything in this quest mod are also fully voiced by talented voice actors, ensuring you'll have an immersive experience throughout your journey saving the missing woman.
My wife, Gretzka. When I woke up this morning, she wasn't here. She still hasn't shown up yet. She's pretty private about the nightmares. I don't know a lot about them. The only one she's ever told me about is one where she's running from wolves.
I wish I could show you more, but it's best to just try the mod out to avoid spoilers. I'm sure you won't regret it and you'll definitely have a blast playing through this quest mod. Next, we have Enigma series Book of the Wild. This mod completely redesigns and replaces some of the vanilla animals such as bears, dogs, wolves, trolls, saber cats, and even mammoths into a more terrifying creature by having new high-quality sound effects. Of course, except for the dog, but everything else feels more intimidating. I've been using the author's mods ever since and this one is definitely another must-have. Moving on, we cannot forget about the mods that make Skyrim even more immersive. Dynamic candles, blow them out and light again is a brand new mod that allows us to blow out candles and even relight them when you want to. Both of the interior and exterior candles will now be interactable, allowing you to make interiors a lot darker if you want to. It's also worth mentioning that it's also compatible with the author's other mods that allows you to destroy lanterns and hide in darkness. Combining the two will definitely give you a better stealth experience, so be sure to check that one out as well if you're interested. The next couple of mods are from the same author. One of them is Snazzy, Noble Cupboard. The mod randomly distributes 15 variety of custom-made Noble Cupboards, nightstands, and wardrobe chests to all its vanilla and modded counterparts. Now when opening one of these, you'll get to see actual items inside, unlike in vanilla Skyrim where it only opens a bit before the inventory UI pops out. Additionally, Snazzy Upper Cupboards, Dresser and End Tables, Snazzy Orc Dressers and End Tables, and finally Snazzy Common Cupboards, Dressers and End Tables. These basically do the same but for the other types of interactable storage containers. All of these use a Base Object Swapper, ensuring compatibility with almost everything. Overall, these mods will make these interactions more immersive overall. And that's about it for now. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I apologize for the late upload as I was recovering from the fatigue I gained fixing my mod list during its V3 release. Anyways, I hope to see you all next time. Stay safe and happy modding.